I don't know if you're able to hear me. Please, if you're able to hear me, do me a big favor for every single one that is connected to tonight's webinar. My name is Raul Luna. Welcome on board tonight. If you can press the number one, just so that I make sure that you're able to hear me very well. Okay. If you can press, all right, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, guys, for being responsive here. Well, guess what? We're excited to be here tonight with every single one of you guys. I want to congratulate you, first of all, for making up the time, for carving out the time out of your busy schedule. I know that on a Wednesday night, from wherever you are, I see people that are connected from California, from Florida, from different places around the United States. And let me tell you one thing: be grateful, be happy, get disconnected with whatever is it that you might be able to get distracted. Get off the phone, get off the WhatsApp, get off the Facebook. Make sure you have your full complete attention to this webinar tonight. All right. And the reason behind it is because someone thought about you, someone emailed you, someone sent you a message, or even called you and told you to hop on board, get connected, check out the Ricolife experience. And you know what? Make sure you thank that person, because something great in your past you have possibly done in order for you to be here tonight. For the ones that don't know me, my name is Raul Luna, CEO of Ricolife, and I want to just share with you before we get started here. It was about 6 years ago that I had a burning desire of one day to bring, a social selling company that it was unique, innovative, different, in that the vision of it was to really develop people. And let me tell you, it was 6 years ago that I put it in writing. I will never forget, I gave that letter that I wrote, to a friend of mine from Stockton, California. I told him, I told my friend, I said, whenever you see the time is perfect, please do me a favor. I said, put it on the mail, make sure to send it to my own address. And, and the reason behind it was because I wanted it to, make sure that, one day I would have evidence that I wanted it to do something, and that thought in mind was there for all these 6 years. And ladies and gentlemen, 6 years later, we can see Ricolife, about to be born. We just pre-launched it in the U.S. It's been about 30, little over 30 days ago. And let me tell you that today it's a very special event. And it's a very special event because you're here, and because it's the beginning of something major. Now, the great thing is that it's not going to be me who's going to be giving you the information tonight. I want to talk to you a little bit about the person that's going to give you the information tonight. So make sure that you get disconnected, zero distraction, total focus, especially because, we're going to have for the following, 2 3 hours that we're going to spend here together. No worries. It's not going to be that much. Okay. In Spanish, there's a saying that says, to the good understander with only few words. And I'm going to assume that I got good understanding people tonight here. Okay. So we're going to make it fun. We want to make sure that we deliver the right message to you. So get your favorite beverage. And for now, it could be any type of beverage. We won't, we won't hold you accountable. But after you hear the Ricolife story and the Ricolife opportunity, you'll find out why we're excited, okay? The person that I'm about to introduce, I remember, ladies and gentlemen, I met him a little over 4 years and a half ago. Los Angeles, California. When I first shook his hand, I had that connection of sincerity, of being a genuine person. And one of the reasons that I traveled 6 hours to meet him was because I heard that he has moved himself he was from, I think, Austin, Texas to Southern California, where he literally went from building a team from scratch, from not knowing nobody, from being a cashier at a gas station, ladies and gentlemen, to building a world-class leadership team. Over 24,000 distributors around the world, 9 different countries. I met him when he was 24 years of age. He's originally from Tehuacan, Puebla, Mexico. And it's interesting to see how with someone with no education, academically speaking, went from being a cashier, a gas station person, to building a world-class organization. And he's about to share the information here tonight. And let me tell you this. I met him when he was 24. By the age of 26, he was retired. By the age of 26 and a half, he not only was retired, he actually retired his parents, showed his brother Ricardo how to retire, and showed many other people how to say goodbye to their bosses. And ladies and gentlemen, I knew that this guy had something special. Today, he's vice president of sales of Ricolife, and he's going to be sharing the opportunity here tonight. So please help me welcome to tonight's webinar, from Los Angeles, California, no other and better than Mr. Alberto Arellano. Do I have you here on the line tonight?
Yes, sir. Raul, can you hear me well?
Loud and clear. It's all yours. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Raul, for that amazing introduction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your time, and I know it's valuable. And for everyone that's on the line, first of all, I want to congratulate you for making it to this conference call, to this webinar, and for the benefit that for everyone on the line, Mr. Raul Luna that just happened to introduce me tonight. He's the CEO of Ricolife, and I gotta tell you, I've got a lot of good things to say about him, and tonight I won't spend as much time as I would like to, but I gotta tell you, I have a tremendous amount of respect for him and his ability to communicate the right message to people, and his ability to see things that are not in the full plane yet, and taking it from a vision to the material world. I gotta tell you, it's just impressive, and I want to thank you, Raul, for allowing me to share the story tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get right to the point. First of all, I want to let you know I'm going to respect each other and every one of you of your time, and I want to make sure that over the next 35 to 40 minutes, I'm going to explain a business opportunity to you that is just second to none. There's really nothing out there that can compare to the Ricolife opportunity, and I'm going to be able to back it up, and you'll be able to see throughout this webinar and this conference call, if you're listening to me on the phone, that what we're doing is really special, not only just for the industry of network marketing, but for the world. It's really special because the principles that these companies founded upon, and the basis of what we're building are really success principles that go all across the board, from network marketing to any type of business. And there are principles like integrity and discipline, and really caring for each other. And I got to tell you, I feel privileged and honored, and it's a huge responsibility for me to share this story tonight. And before I get started with the Ricolife opportunity, I want to share with you a little bit about my background, where I'm coming from, and why is it that we're so pumped up about this opportunity. About 10 years ago, I was introduced to the industry by a stranger. I used to work at a gas station, just like Raul mentioned, and I was cold market, and what I mean by that is a stranger, someone that I did not know, introduced me to the industry. He asked me if I wanted to earn money. I said yes, and a gentleman by the name of Jordan Schreiber introduced me to this industry, and I'm gonna forever be grateful to him for allowing me to see what he saw with that first company that I got started with. And I got to tell you, I've been hooked with the concept. I fell in love with the method of operation with these type of companies, and with the industry itself. And for over the past 10 years, I've been on and off in the industry, being a part of a couple companies. And my previous company, I was able to make some significant changes in my life, and take advantage of the industry in such a way that not only was I able to retire at a young age, but I was able to help a few folks retire as well. And I don't want this to sound like I'm speaking too much about my accomplishments, but I do want to tell you, where I'm coming from, and why is it that we are so excited, and obviously so passionate about building Ricolife today with such an individual as Mr. Raul Luna. And a few years ago, I heard a saying that whatever you do is not as important as the reason you do it. And you know what? Throughout this conference call, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to focus a lot more on the reasons why Ricolife was founded. Why is it that we created Ricolife? Mr. Raul Luna mentioned that the idea was born in his mind about 6 years ago, and it just started coming to fruition. And I was just fortunate to have him as a good friend. The law of association came into place, and I was at the right time, at the right place, with the right person, which is Mr. Raul Luna, and I was able to take advantage of these amazing, amazing opportunities. Let me get to the point. One of the things I want to share with you is that everything that I'm going to tell you today, I can back it up with the results. I'm a huge fan of listening to the right person. In one of my personal philosophies, in my personal beliefs, is that if you listen to the wrong person, even if the intentions are right, you won't get to the right place. You can listen to anyone that might have a lot of caring for you and love for you, but if they don't have what you want to have, even if their intentions are good, you might not get to where you want to be. So with that being said, I want to let you know everything I'm going to tell you tonight is backed up by results, and not only the intentions are there, but the results and the evidence is there to obviously give you an opportunity that you will have you'll have the chance to take advantage of. So let's get started here. For you guys that are taking a look at the webinar, you're going to lose my camera a little bit so I can show you and I can focus on the slides that I'm going to show you and the information that I'm about to share with you. And for you that's on the phone, just I'm gonna make sure that I know for a fact that there's a lot of people on the phone that are not going to be able to see the website and to see the slides, and I'm going to make sure I communicate the message the right way. But for you that are on the line, I want you to take a look at this. The reason we founded Ricolife and the reason and the whole psychology behind what we're doing is what we call the triangle system. And I want you to think about a triangle, and I want you to think about the base of that triangle, and that triangle represents the economic flow and the cash flow of business around the world, not just North America, but around the world. And at the base of that triangle, you look at a lot of people that are in what we call the dependence phase. So many people are at the base of the triangle. So many people are working for a paycheck day in and day out. They live paycheck to paycheck. And there's only a few people in the middle of the triangle, looking at the independent side of it. And there's a few people out there, they own their own businesses and they're in good industries and they make their own money. They don't depend on anybody. And there's only a few people out there, and really a few. I'm looking at, statistically speaking, you're looking at 1% of the population, sharing 96% of all the money that's being earned today. And that's a true statistic. And it's been said around the self-development industry that if you split all the money that's around the world and you split it equally, we'd all get about $10 million. And within 5 years, 5 to 10 years, all the money would be right back into whoever has it today. And that's what we call the freedom phase. And what we did with Ricolife, and the reason we created it is because we have a passion for helping people going from the dependence phase through the freedom, through the independence, and up to the freedom phase of the economic tree. And looking at North America, because I know the majority of us are in the United States today. Looking at the economic era today, you look at all these people that really cannot even quit their job. They can't seem to be without a job. And that's what we call the income dependent system. They want us to, live paycheck to paycheck. People can't leave their jobs because they depend on a salary. You're looking at the banking system. The banking system works the same way. They lend you money for a house, and what they want is they want you to be dependent on a mortgage for 30 years. They give you credit cards, and today's world it's kind of sad, but all these people that are not even graduates from college today, they're getting all these credit cards with the high interest rates, and the system is taking advantage of what's set up today to really get these people trapped. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we take as many of those people that are in the dependence base of the economic realm, and take him through the independence and up to the freedom phase. And the way we're going to do that, and it's actually quite simple if you think about it, all we really did is we took advantage of what we already know. Talking about the dependent system that wants to lock us down forever. And that's the reason we created Ricolife. Now, if you look at our mission statement, this is something that I'm very passionate about, because even though it's something as simple as to inspire, build, and enrich the lives of every human being by growing from the inside out, to develop relationships based on love, caring, happiness, and really true principles of success. Let me just share this with you. 10 years ago when I started in the industry, I remember my very first thought was, I really want to make some money. That's all I really wanted to do. I wanted to get out of the rat race and make sure that I provided for a family, for my future family, and make sure that I was earning enough income so that I didn't have to worry about the money, so that I didn't have to worry about having a job and working for someone else. And throughout the years, that was a struggle for me. And I worked very hard at trying to accomplish just that, just getting out of the rat race. But you know what? About 4.5 years ago, I met an extraordinary individual that happens to be a very good friend of mine and became my mentor, not just in the industry, but in life. And this individual taught me something that I would never forget. He said, Alberto, if I can get you right first as a human being, if I can help you grow from the inside out, if I can plant the seed of greatness within you, money will follow. And you know what? That is the reason, and that's our mission in Ricolife. We want to make sure that we plant the right seed in every single person that decides to join us. And I know for a lot of you on the line, you might be just like me. 10 years ago, just wanted to make some extra income. Some of you might just be taking a look at the opportunity for the very first time, and you have no idea what network marketing is. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'll show you exactly what we mean. But some of you might be experienced in the industry. And I want to take a minute to talk to you, because let me tell you something. Some of you might have already made the money. And you know what? The interesting thing is, I have never seen someone that's made money in the industry that doesn't come to the conclusion that money is not everything. That doesn't come to the conclusion that the reason they're doing network marketing is not because of money anymore. At the beginning, we all start because of money. We all look at the opportunity and look at the upside and say, you know what? I'm going to get rich. But the truth of the matter is this: the true mission in life for every single person, and this is my personal belief, is to truly enhance the lives of the people that we are surrounded by, and to truly leave a legacy, and to build not only companies, but our companies help us accomplish a mission. And that's what we do in Ricolife. We have a mission, and we also have a business vision. We want to be the most dynamic leadership development company in the face of the earth. We know for a fact that in this industry and any other industry, leadership is everything. Leadership is the foundation of everything that you see growth. I remember listening to a speech by Mr. Art Williams saying, you show me a company that's doing phenomenal results and showing phenomenal results, and I'll show you a leader at work. It's got to be leadership, right? And that's our company's vision, to develop as many leaders as possible to be able to impact the lives of thousands upon thousands of people around the world. And we're doing it through the network marketing industry. And you know what? I got to take a minute to thank my friend and partner, Mr. Raul Luna, because thanks to him, being the president and CEO, he's the head of our company. And I usually say this: he's the genius behind the idea. He's the genius behind the works. And not only do I have respect for him in business, but as a person, I know how he lives. I know how he conducts his life, and with his experience in the industry and the leadership that he has developed within himself and around him. I know for a fact we can be a multi-million-dollar company helping a bunch of people around the world. And obviously in this case, I have the privilege, honor, and the responsibility. I take it as a huge responsibility to be the VP of sales for the company. And my brother, co-founder, Mr. Ricardo Arellano, being part of the ownership of this company, and just one of the best leadership developers and most dynamic leader that you can ever meet in the industry. And, obviously at his young age, accomplished so many different things. It's just unbelievable. Now, how are we gonna do this? What are we gonna do in order to help as many people as we can? Well, let me put it in simple words. All we're doing is taking advantage of a home-based business opportunity. We can take anyone with little money, no experience, and truly, level the playing field for them to be able to have financial success. In order for us to go in business, obviously we need to choose a product. And when we're thinking about, the products that are available out in the market today, we're thinking about many different things. But you know what? We came to the conclusion that one of the most profitable, if not the most profitable products out there, and the most consumable drink in the world after water, it's nothing else than green tea. We're taking advantage of the magic of green tea. And let me explain. One of the biggest industries out there that's just, Paul Zane Pilser mentioned it to be the next $1 trillion industry is the health and wellness industry. And when you look at everything that's out there, I was just talking to a friend of mine today, and this is what I said. I told him, when we're looking at the products and what exactly we wanted to accomplish in the market, one of the very basic business principles that came to mind was if you want a business to really blossom and really do well financially, you need to have a product that's consumable and that people go through it fast. In other words, that people buy it, consume it, and they need to buy it again. If you find a product that's transfer spending, in other words, people already buy it, people already consume it, and all you're doing is offering a competitive advantage at a good price and a good market rate, guess what? You have a winning chance. You really have a good foundation, and that's what green tea allows us to do. You're looking at the power of green tea, being an antioxidant, increasing the metabolic rate, supports vitality, strengthens the immune system, and all these amazing things that, the green tea is known for around the world. And all we're doing is taking advantage of the magic of green tea. And thanks to this industry, we're able to tap into three different industries with one single product. One of them is the energy and focus industry. When you look at everything that's happening out there, we're looking at statistics and looking at the beverages that are most consumed in the world, and you look at companies like Red Bull, increasing their revenues by leaps and bounds and really skyrocketing into one of the top companies out there. Look at the sales of energy drinks today, and you look at them and you see that they're higher than soda. I mean, think about it. You look at companies like Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all these, soda pop companies, and they're losing clients. Their sales are decreasing due to the energy drinks. And all we're doing as a company is we're recognizing that. We're recognizing the pattern. We're recognizing that industry is growing by leaps and bounds, and we're taking advantage of it by introducing an energy and focus, green tea. The second one is what we call the relaxation industry. Stress relief. How many people out there today are stressed out of their minds? All these people talking about their issues and being stressed out. And the worst thing about it is they need a way to relax. They need a way to go home and just, kind of sit in front of the TV and maybe sip on a glass of wine or maybe a beer. And guess what? That's what people do. And all we did as a company is we recognize that. We know for a fact that people are already consuming these type of products, and all we're doing is getting something to the market that not only meets their needs and desires, but also it's a healthy product. It's a healthy beverage, and we can tap into the health industry as well. And third, the green tea cafe, we're getting started and tapping into the coffee industry. And, I got to tell you, I come from the coffee industry, and it's just a phenomenal, phenomenal industry. Most people drink coffee, without exaggerating. I really believe, maybe 6 to 7 people out of 10 drink coffee on a daily basis. And that's the reason why we got started in the coffee industry as well. And we got a green tea cafe. It tastes like coffee, looks like coffee, smells like coffee, but the base of the drink is green tea. It's organic green tea. And I got to tell you, it's just phenomenal because we tap into two different industries here. Now, let's talk about the trending of the tea market. Not going to get into detail on this, but tea the tea market is trending. 100% of people drink water, and today, guess what? 80% of people drink tea, some type of tea. Statistically speaking, you look at the sales over the past few years, and just in 2012, more than 79 billion servings of tea, were consumed just in the United States. But the thing is this: 85% of it was iced tea. I just finished the webinar today, about an hour ago, and I was talking to some people in Mexico and in the city of Cancun, and they were asking me, how do you choose tea and why, and there's other products out there available, and I asked them, do you guys drink tea? And they said, well, not very often. And I said, well, have you ever grabbed one of those iced teas? And they all laughed and said, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, iced tea also counts, right? The thing is, when you listen to the word tea or to the beverage tea, you think of a hot cup of tea. You think of a hot beverage. But guess what? 85% of tea today, at least in North America, is consumed in iced tea. The sales of ready-to-drink tea are up 1,500%, and there's no end in sight. Just over the past 10 years, there's a tremendous growth in the industry. Take a look at companies like Starbucks. Howard Schultz just bought a company called Tivana, $620 million. And the reason? Because they want to control the tea industry. All we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is we take a look at what's already happening around the world. We take a look at what's happening, and we're taking advantage of the next wave in what I'm calling the most dynamic and most powerful redirection of revenue in one of the biggest industries around the world, and that's the tea industry. And the great thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, there is no one out there taking advantage of the tea industry as we are about to take advantage of it. There's no one that's taking it by storm the way Ricolife is strategically positioned to take advantage of it and explode the industry in such a way that most of the revenue is gonna be redirected through us into your pocket, to you as leaders, and to you as as people building a business. And let me get to the finances. Let me get to how we're able to help people. Well, it's very simple. We take advantage of the network marketing industry. For most of you guys, this is going to be very basic information, but just in case there's someone on the line that's never heard of the industry, and let me just explain it this way. When you look at the traditional market, a traditional business, you look at companies taking their products from the manufacturer down to a warehouse, transportation, marketing, and advertising. And you know what? Just on this department, marketing and advertising, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars being spent just to be able to take their product to the consumer, to the final customer. Well, network marketing functions just a little bit different. We have everything that a regular traditional business has as a company. As corporate, we have everything a traditional company has. But as a distributor, as a brand partner with us, you don't have any of the headaches. You don't have to have the warehouse. You don't have to have the transportation. You don't have to have the marketing and advertising. You don't have to have a store. All we do as the company is we take our product from the manufacturer, direct it to you, and you can take it directly to the customer and earn it's a substantial amount of money just by doing that. Let me give you an example here, and let me put it in perspective. Do you know anyone that's stressed out? Do you know anyone that needs more focus, that wants to look better, manage weight, want to have more energy, need more money? Well, guess what? If you know anyone that just happens to need more money or want more energy or any other of the things I mentioned, you can build a huge business with Ricolife. And what we did in Ricolife is we created a compensation plan that is just second to none. And please understand this. Today, I will not go over 100% of the compensation plan. I won't cover it in detail, but I will cover this. I'm going to cover enough for you to be able to make an educated decision. And let me tell you, let me explain what I just said. There's 9 ways to get paid with Ricolife, and there's 9 different bonuses, and there's weekly bonuses and monthly bonuses, and you can take the product and sell it out there and retail sales income, and there's a lot of ways to make money and to earn money. But today, what I'm about to share with you is what I call the potential and the power of social selling. Now, let me get to the point and be clear on this. Our mission with our company is to take our product to the market. So your job and our job as a company is to take our tea, direct it to you, from the company to you, and you take it directly to our final consumer or buyer. And by doing that, that transaction could be either in person, you can take the boxes of tea personally and sell it, or you can take it through a website. If you take them through a website, you're going to receive from 10 to 20% commissions just on having people go to a website and purchase, our products. Or you can take it directly to them. And if you take it to them and, you show them the opportunity, or you show them the product and they want to start buying it from you, well, guess what? Your percentage goes up. You can earn 30, 40, 50% on the retail sales. And that is the mission that we have. That is our business. One of the things that I personally call it a tragedy. One of the tragedies in the industry is when people talk to, other people about the business opportunity, and they mention things like, well, you don't have to sell anything. With our company, you don't have to sell anything. Well, guess what? That's a bunch of lies, because you do have to sell. We are a customer acquisition company. We're a tea company, and we sell tea. And the way we do it is through people like you. It's through people that want to earn a commission by taking our product to the industry. Now, is there other ways to make money? Of course. Is there a bigger opportunity than just to become a tea salesman? Of course. But the basics of all our business is taking the tea to the market. And that's the right way to build a business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever been in network marketing and someone told you, you don't have to sell anything, they are lying to you, or they're building a business the wrong way. They're trying to build, the ceiling before they have the basis of the house. And with us, you will find, I will shoot you straight. You gotta be able to sell some product. You gotta be able to take our product to the market. We also have a system where you can get some free product. How do you do that? Well, you refer for and pay no more. Refer for people to buy and purchase our product through our website on a consistent basis on an auto ship, and your product is free. That's a different way to get to get some benefits here. We have a compensation plan that divides in many different positions, and if you look at this slide right here, you're gonna notice there's a lot of bonuses that could be explained just on this slide, and I'm not gonna get into detail on them, but I do gotta tell you the potential starts at $1,500 per week just on one of our bonuses, and it can go up all the way to 12 grand just on this one position called manager. And if you look at the next slide right here, you can go up to a position called legend, and the potential of income, the earning potential is just gigantic. How many of you guys have heard people saying they're they have a lifetime opportunity, but the truth is this. Most of those people are either dreaming too big in the wrong vehicle, or they have the right vehicle, but they don't have the right potential to earn that type of income, to earn the type of income that people really want to earn in the industry. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we have a compensation plan where you can go from a brand partner, just a business partner with us, you know, partnering as a brand partner distributor, all the way up to a position called legend, and be able to earn as much money as you want. The higher you go up in the ranks, the more percentage you're going to earn on certain bonuses. And without being too detail oriented on this, I got to tell you, it's a huge opportunity for go-getters like like the ones we have connected today. We have other bonuses as well. We have monthly pools. We have different ways to earn money. We take a percentage of the entire company, and we split it within the ranks. We split it, from business partners that just got started all the way to legend pools, and we want to make sure you earn as much money as possible. And let me get right to the bottom of things, and this is what I really enjoy sharing with people. This is what I call the power of social selling, the power of multiplication. And I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, have heard of some way or another that the power of network marketing, the power of multiplication can literally set you free. And this is just an example of the 9 ways of getting paid. And please understand, there's no way, and we are not here to guarantee anybody's income, but this is definitely the potential. Just imagine if your very first month in the business, you came on board and you introduced 2 people to the company, your first month. And then the second month, those 2 people introduced 2 people each. So you multiply 2 by 2, now you got 4 people. The third month, 4 people introduced 2, you're looking at 8 people. Well, if you keep multiplying that, you go to 16, then 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, down to 4,096 people by the 12th month in the business, just starting with 2. Now, if there's anybody on the line that's just like me, I look at those numbers and I say, you know what, that sounds good, but numbers are perfect, but people are not. But please understand, this is just for the sake of an introduction and for the sake of an example. And please take a look at this. And I'm going to put the numbers here on the board, and for you to take a look. And if you're on the phone, just follow along with my words. If you have 4,000 people, okay, in your network, you started with 2, and now you have 4,000 people. About a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, and you multiply that by $50 a month of monthly, either auto ship or non auto ship, or monthly consumption or monthly sales. I'm going to put the word sales here. Monthly sales. If you multiply 4,000 times 50, you're looking at a $200,000 a month volume. And what that means is your network is now promoting or selling $200,000 a month. Well, we have 9 ways of getting paid, 9 ways to earn. But if you want to look at just the basics of it all, let's just take a very small percentage. And by the way, it's more than that, okay? But I'm going to take a 5% income on that. And the reason I want to take 5% is because I don't want to over-exaggerate and I don't want to over-promise. But I got to tell you, it's more than that, all right? It's really more than that. But if you just take 5% of that monthly volume and you got paid 5% of 200,000, you're looking at a $10,000 a month income. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you know some top executives that don't make $10,000 a month? You know what? Last time I checked, the only people that are earning more than $10,000 a month have their own businesses. They're either in really good industries and have, some good experience, or they have years, 20, 30 years working at the same company, and they become top performers. You know what? I have never seen an opportunity ever besides network marketing that has that income potential. And if you look at the numbers, just for the sake of an example, in my very first company, I remember when I looked at this example, and my thought process was this. I was 19 19 years of age. And this is what I said. You know what? Even if it took me 3 years to build that, as a matter of fact, even if it took me 10 years to build that type of income on a monthly residual type of income, recurring income, passive income. Why passive? Well, guess what? Once you build the network, they continue to purchase tea. They continue to purchase and sell the green tea cafe and the energy drinks and all the products that in the near future we'll introduce more products to the industry. Once you have the network, now you're able to step back and look at the growth and really take take a deep breath and and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And that's what Ricolife is all about. We want to make sure that based on the right philosophy, based on the right numbers, based on what I call the right projection, there's a difference between a vision and a business plan. And you know what? A business plan is based on numbers. A vision is based on faith, and faith is powerful. Please don't misunderstand me. Faith is powerful. It's needed. Enthusiasm is needed. But you also need to look at the numbers. You also need to have a business projection, a business performa. And you know what? We have it. We want to make sure that everyone that's on the line today, the object and the purpose of this webinar is to introduce our company to some of the top leaders in the industry. And you know what? If you're connected to these conference calls, to these webinars, I got to tell you, one of the things I'm most excited about is we just launched. We're in pre-launch phase about a month ago, November the 3rd. It was our very first day in the business as a network marketing company. And guess what? I'm so excited to tell you. 96% of all our top performers right now in our company, it's in the Latin American Spanish speaking marketplace. And with that being said, I don't want to use the wrong wording here. There's a huge opportunity for people that want to tap into the English market. There's about 70% of the country that speaks English only, or other languages besides Spanish. You know what? 90% of our company, 95% of our company right now, it's in the Spanish market. We're doing phenomenal numbers. We're excited about the growth. We know for a fact, just in that community, just in that marketplace, we can take our company to 100 million, 200 million. But you know what? We are identifying, we're looking for the top performers in the English market, someone who wants to tap into that market and be the very, very first leader that develops that market and takes advantage of what we have. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me just return to the presentation here real quick, and I'm about to finish. About 10 years ago, when I looked at the industry, when I looked at how much money was being made, and I listened to testimonials, how truck drivers were able to make so much money, how waiters and school teachers were able to become multimillionaires in this industry. And I looked at how people got started, how you can join us with a $49 membership. This is incredible. I mean, anybody can do that. You get a professional business kit, forms and applications, you get your own website, and you get the whole corporate entity. You get the whole corporate, the whole corporate setup for you to start developing a team. And all you have to do is, once you're enrolled as a brand partner with our company, you get to choose one of our what we call our commitment packages. Choose your level of commitment. There's 3 packages to get started on. There's a $200 package, there's a $500 package, and a $1,000 package. Depending on where you start, you're going to earn more commissions. If you start at the basics fast track pack, well, you can start earning up to 25% of some of the bonuses. If you start over here at the $500 pack, well, guess what? You can earn up to 30% just on some of the bonuses. And if you start at what we call the freedom pack, the freedom business, you can start earning up to 35% on some of those bonuses. And you know what? If you look at this slide, And I won't get into detail, but there's so much opportunity for the right person. And you know, I really want to close these out by saying the following. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an amazing opportunity ahead of you. You know, one of the giants of the industry was just born about a month ago. And there's only two ways to find out. You know, there's a saying that says, there's a quote that says, time will either promote you or will expose you. And you know what? Time will either promote Ricolife or will expose Ricolife. It will promote you as a leader or will expose you as a leader and as your lack of leadership. And you know what? I would hate for you to take a look at Ricolife a year from now, being a $50 million company, $100 million company, and saying to yourself, I looked at it when they just launched. I looked at it when it was about a month old. I listened to the presentation. I looked at the webinar, and I wasn't interested because there was not enough evidence. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, you know, I would hate for that to happen to any one of you. I really appreciate the time. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you connecting to this webinar. And I got to tell you this. You know, 10 years ago, I made a decision that I was gonna set up an example and be an example for my family and take, you know, my network marketing business to a multi-million-dollar business. My very first company wasn't a vehicle. My second company provided me with a great vehicle, and I was able to earn, you know, some significant income in the industry. But you know what? This is not about the money anymore. This is about the lives that we're about to change. This is about a mission. We have a mission, and we are determined to take it to the world. And we're identifying the people. Let me back up on that. We're identifying the right people with the right philosophy, with the right work ethic, and the right vision and the mission to accomplish some great things in life and to take Ricolife as a vehicle to get you there. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Go back to the person that invited you. If you looked at, you know, maybe some of you, you know, looked at a Facebook ad. You know, well, at the end of the presentation, you'll see that you're going to be redirected to a web page where you're going to answer a few questions, and we're going to get back to you. If you are invited by any one of our business partners or brand partners, get back to them and just tell them, you know, what do you do now? Well, you choose your level of your package. You choose your level of commitment. You tell them, listen, I want to get started. What do we do? Alberto said that, you know, they're identifying some key people. I want to be a part of that key, you know, first wave of leadership. What do I do? And you know what? It will be a privilege to work with you directly, to talk to you person to person, one on one. Make sure I set up a game plan for you and let you, you know, let you take off and let you shine and let you, you know, take advantage of an amazing, amazing opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I really thank you for taking the time to connect the webinar. I appreciate every single one of you, and I really respect, you know, the fact that you have an open mind to take a look at a business. So with that being said, thank you for joining us tonight. Get back to the person that invited you to this webinar, and I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to taking this company to the top right with you. Take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.